Hello, this is Chariot Tarot, back from a long hiatus, and this was supposed to be my Halloween thing, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with a review of Lucifer's Tarot. It comes in a box here. It's got a little metallic magnet here, clip here. It's pretty sturdy. What we got here is the book that it comes with. Now, if you don't have really excellent vision or use reading glasses, this is going to be a pain in the butt. I've looked around on the internet for a bigger book that goes into the cards a little more in a little more detail, and I haven't been able to find one. If anybody's able to find one, stick it in the comments below or something like that. But this is the book it comes with, and there's not a lot to it. At the back, it gives you a couple different spreads. Some of them for money, some of them are specifically for witches, some of them are specifically for wizards. And some of them are for just general, like this one is the one I've used a few times just to try them out. It's a general basic spread, a 5-card spread, and I like to use a regular normal 5-card spread for regular tarot. I wouldn't really call this a, to me it's more of a tarot combined with an oracle deck, and I've used them a few times, and you gotta get real familiar with these cards if you want to use them. There's 105 of them. It's a very, very large deck, and they're broken into the main 72, what they call in here, group of demons, and then there's a special group of 12 demons, and then there's the couple of extra like super elite ones. And I don't know, I don't even think you use them that often in the readings. You can some of the spreads in there, they have you take out certain of the demons and stuff in here. Now when you look one up, what you'll see is a little background as to what the demon can do, his little story kind of thing here, astrology attached to it, some keywords, place of manifestation, stuff like that. But unless you're really into that whole structure of hell and everything, and you're really down on it, that's not going to help you a whole lot. If you're just trying to use them as like a shot of work deck, as a beginner layman person, you can go straight to what's known as the predictive qualities, or predictive properties. And what I've done is kind of, you read a little bit of the background of what the demon is specializing in, and then you go down into the predictive properties, and you can kind of combine that. If you're familiar with tarot cards, you get kind of a basic feel as to what the card means in a specific position. Each of the layouts are pretty detailed. They'll tell you what card is for future, past, predictive quality. Some of these spreads are fairly intricate, and if you wanted to use this deck, you'd have to use it a lot, in my opinion, to get good at it. I think a layman could use it, but you still have to be a little bit familiar with it. I don't think I'd ever be able to use it without the book. I don't think I'm going to commit 105 cards to my memory like I do with tarot cards. But that being said, I have worked with it a little bit, and it comes fairly close to what like a tarot reading I would have done says. It's a little more pointed, a little bit more, I don't know, aggressive. I wouldn't say exactly negative, but it's it's kind of in your face. This is the deal. Boom, take that, punch to the nose. Here's the reality of the situation. And I know I did one reading, and this deck said, look out, there's somebody that's not really on your side. But the tarot card didn't really pick that up. It just gives it the tarot reading didn't really pick that up. And sure enough, later on I found out there was somebody that wasn't really on my side. Now, to get into the deck, because I know everybody wants to see them, first, these cards are all black, edges are black, and the artwork on them is just phenomenal. I mean, the quality on these cards, they really put a lot of time and effort into getting these cards looking really spectacular. They all have the same backing, and I just love the whole midnight black thing. It's a good deck to use for shadow work. Now, if you're on the dark left-hand path there, then this might be the deck for you. Like I said, this was going to be more of a Halloween thing for me, but I had a lot of life gets in the way sometimes, and I've had a lot of things going on, not all of them good, not all of them bad, but I finally decided to get back on the horse and put a video up. And these cards are not going to be in any particular order because I have used them a few times. They're out of order, and just looking at the cards, you're not going to get anything out of them until you've read the book and seeing and trying to interpret what each of these little demons and devils mean. If you wanted to go further with it, I think it would be a fairly good deck if that's the path you choose. It's not one that I normally choose, but I'm not afraid to do it. I've used it a few times, and sometimes it's kind of a neat check against a normal tarot reading or something like that. But to me, these are almost kind of a combination of it's like 75% tarot, 25% oracle. But it could be just that I'm not super familiar with the cards. But I'm gonna go ahead and just flip through the cards here. Let's just see what they look like. The artwork is, like I said, phenomenal, and they're in no particular order because I have used them for a few readings. But the artwork is just amazing. There's a lot of symbols on there. I don't know what they mean. I'm not a left-hand path person. Some of you out there may be, but this is going to take a while. Like I said, it's 105 cards, but the artwork and the craftsmanship they put into these cards is just amazing. I'm really impressed with it, and I wouldn't be afraid to use something like this. Oh, Lucifer's tarot, he's gonna swallow your soul. As long as you're doing the proper protective rituals. You should be dealing with regular tarot cards anyways. I don't think you have anything to worry about. It's just a different system. People that are following that path, this could be the deck for you. I think it can enhance an otherwise bland reading. If you need a second opinion, kind of like going to a different doctor. But be prepared. This doctor doesn't hold anything back. He's going to smack you in the face with his opinion, and you can take it or leave it for it. Worst, take everything with a grain of salt. It is Lucifer's deck, but I always wanted to have it in my collection. I was curious about it. I'm always curious about things that might seem scary, and I wasn't disappointed. The artwork with these cards is just top notch. Now the book will give you details on the person that created Lucifer's tarot. It goes into like the structure of hell, all that kind of stuff, how the different demons break out into different houses, and then each card is assigned to a particular demon that the book will go into some detail. Like I said though, if you don't got eagle eyes, the book is really tiny. We'll put it up against a card here. It's about the same size as a card because it fits in a really tight box. So the print in there is really small, and whenever I see that's going to be your reference guide for a deck, I'm a little disappointed because I don't have the sharpest eyes anymore. I have perfect vision for running around, driving a car, all that kind of stuff. When it comes to reading, you start getting over 30, that starts going. So we'll just keep right on going. Like I said, this is a big stack. So I'm probably just going to shut up here in a little bit and just roll on through. You can always pause if you want to look at something closer. But the artwork on these is it's really cool. A lot of cards. I'm only about halfway through this deck here. Almost done. All right, that's a real quick as I can make it flip through of Lucifer's Tarot, and you can find these on Amazon. Like I said, the artwork and the quality of the cards is just phenomenal. The stock is really good, and if you're into that kind of thing, you might want to pick it up and check it out. This has been Chariot Tarot. Thanks.